Good morning! Surprise! It's not a vlog. Sorry for anyone who is disappointed. I also look really tan because I went to a wedding last night and I had to self-tan. I use the brand Salty Face. It's a Canadian brand. I really like it. Thought I'd do a little video, like a chit chat, get ready with me, show you guys like my daily makeup routine. I usually don't wear makeup every single day. One, I'm lazy, and two, I just like to let my skin breathe. That's why I've been actually really enjoying like the face tanner because it hides imperfections because your skin just looks like healthier and glowier. I think the only times I really wear makeup are weekends and then going into the office. So I want to show you guys some products, but more so talk a little bit about like motivation, productivity, and all that great stuff. It is a question I get asked a lot by people in my life about how I stay motivated and how I keep on track with certain things. Kind of like jotted down some notes because girl came prepared. The wedding was so fun last night. I got to wear my mom's old dress, which was really nice, and I also wore her old heels. I steal everything from my mom's closet. Actually, if I'm looking down, it's because I have a little mirror. I just can't use the viewfinder. My first tip about staying motivated, being passionate, because if you aren't passionate about what you want to do, then you feel like it's more of a burden or a chore. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I don't use face primer on days when I'm like not really wearing makeup for long or I'm wearing really light makeup. So I'm starting with the Sephora Bright Future Serum Concealer. I really like this. I put it on and then I just let it like dry down a little bit. I think it goes on so nice. So if you see something more as a chore or a burden, you're less likely to kind of like make it into a habit or a routine. Try to find new ways to be more passionate about the task at hand. It helps me in terms of longevity and not feeling as burnt out. I know it's gonna always be easier to be like, well, I don't wanna do that. Well, I don't have to do that. Being accountable for yourself is the biggest thing as well. Not everything you do is going to be supervised by an external force. YouTube has really helped me understand that because if you guys don't know, I don't advertise my YouTube to like my family and friends in real life. Every little win, every little success I've ever gotten on YouTube, kind of enjoy it myself alone. And some people might be like, that's so lonely. That's so like, what's the point? I just think my thing with YouTube is that not everyone is going to find my content their niche. I don't even expect most of my girlfriends to want to watch this. And I think that's been something that's helped me be more passionate because then to me, I truly feel like I want to do this. This is something I like. And also just having a very positive or optimistic outlook on your passion. For example, a lot of people are always like, why am I even bothering going to the gym if I don't see any fat loss on my stomach? And that's normal. Everyone's gonna fixate on something. Important to make sure you are focusing on the positive and continuing to have a positive perspective on your hobby or your passion. Otherwise, you're just gonna find it a burden and you won't want to do it and you won't do it. Another thing that I like to do, constantly learning. I feel like if you are constantly learning, it helps you become more passionate and it also keeps things fresh. Because I feel like if you're doing the same thing every single freaking day and you're not getting anything new out of it, you're going to feel burnt out. You're going to be bored of it. Further educating yourself either online, through books, through podcasts, whatever the content might be. I swear sometimes I watch YouTube just to see other people's like editing styles and how they tell stories. I just take inspiration from them. And that's been a huge way for me to continue to educate myself. It's also kind of fun because I'm just watching content and digesting it. Chanel cream bronzer. I've had this for so long. It's probably not good at all anymore. It's just been a very pleasant way to also associate myself with the community that I enjoy. Another thing that I've been trying to do is actually engage with the community more, commenting and liking and sharing content. And then when I used to go to a like public gym, I used to make friends there. So then that also helped me become more motivated. In my head, I kind of paired gym time with being able to see my friends. These are people I wouldn't normally see anywhere else. And I think a lot of this motivation and stuff comes from just like routine and habit, which I'll touch on. So I actually have like a folder on TikTok where I save content so that I can go back and refer to it. Like I can just go in and be like, oh, this orzo pasta looks great. This is what I'm making tonight. And then I just commit to it. And everyone's lazy at some point. If it's hindering you in your life or where you want to progress, then yeah, it should be looked at as negative. I'm going in with Glossier Cloud Paint and Storm. This is my favorite natural colored blush, and I don't have to apply a lot either. It just blends so naturally, like it just looks like my own skin. And then another thing to do with productivity, the last 6 months, I've been taking Magic Mind shots, and I get a 15 pack each month, but it just comes like this in this little package. I fold it over usually like this. Looks so nice, and it's just very aesthetic, but more importantly, it does contain some great ingredients that help you with productivity, being calm but still alert, avoiding the caffeine jitters normally associate with coffee. Recently, I feel like every single time I have coffee on an empty stomach, it's just done like no good. Magic Mind, I've talked about it so many times, but it's a matcha-based shot that has nootropics and adaptogens in it. Nootropics help with cognitive functioning, and adaptogens help you to adapt to stress. And one of my favorite ways to take this is actually to take it with coffee or alongside coffee. On days where I'm not really drinking coffee, this is an excellent substitute for me because I still get the energy and all that good stuff without having any jitters. Some things that I've noticed coffee jitters normally get without taking Magic Mind. I've noticed that I've been able to kind of focus more despite having coffee. So that's been a really great benefit because I love the taste of coffee, and I love the art of coffee, and I love making it and everything like that, but I don't love how I feel sometimes. It's been really beneficial for me to be able to still enjoy coffee. Another thing is that my brain feels clearer, if that makes sense. My words are less jumbled, the way that I speak is more clear, and I'm more coherent in the way that I think. Because my brain is clearer, I find that I can actually do tasks a little bit faster and I'm more efficient versus kind of like sitting there trying to figure out like what I actually need to do. Usually I'm very jumbled when I speak, but whenever I take this, I feel like the words just like are so clear, and the way that I speak is just so much easier and smoother, if that makes sense. I remember like the first time I had ever tried Magic Mind, and I was like, I feel like I can speak better, but it's just something I've personally noticed when I've been taking it. Obviously with the matcha in here, there is caffeine. The L-theanine will help with the caffeine crash and jitters. Energized and productive because I don't have the jitters. If you're worried about the caffeination, there's still caffeination in this tiny little bottle. Honestly, I should drink one now because I'm kind of a little tired from last night. It doesn't taste that much like matcha. I would say it tastes more like a juice. I've given them to my friends, I've given them to my family, I've given them to my coworkers, and they've all been like, oh, it's really tasty. There's like a nice little treat. If you guys are interested, you can use my code HeatherMac20 to get your own subscription to Magic Mind. And like I said, she's aesthetic, she's beautiful, and the best part is that she works. I've said this so many times, but their entire website is actually dedicated to outlining their ingredients and really telling you the benefits and what makes them so special. It will be linked in my description box below. I get creases under my eyes from my concealer, so I always dab a little bit. My favorite powder ever is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I can never say the name. Giant tongue twister. I just like to tap that on. This is my first one ever. If you have a suggestion or something that you like that is better than this, please let me know. Butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. This is an OG and a classic. It smells so good. It smells like coconut. Back to motivation and productivity, burnout, and all that jazz. Another big thing for me is just being okay with failure and understanding that not everything that you try will be successful. A lot of people get stuck on the fear, I want to say, of not succeeding in whatever task they're trying to do. I think the biggest thing is doing it and then critiquing yourself so that you can do better, and not seeing it necessarily as a failure, but seeing it more as how you can progress and get better at something. Especially for cooking, a big thing is that there's always so much more, once again, to learn and educate yourself. Pushing yourself to do something and not think about the potential of failure, because I feel like failure, as everyone says, is inevitable and you shouldn't really be scared of it. I'm not immune to it. No one's immune to it. Taking this MAC blush, also very old. I used to be obsessed with MAC products. Doing the Hailey Bieber strawberry makeup. Don't be afraid to fail at something. Don't be afraid to try something because you could fail. You'll never be motivated to try anything new. Especially when I was younger, is that I was so afraid to say like yes to a lot of things. A lot of things in general I would just be afraid of for no reason. Kind of developing your core and understanding who you are as a person. I was afraid of other people's thoughts of me pursuing something. I think you just gotta understand you can't control how people feel about things that you do, especially if you're doing something that doesn't hurt someone and doesn't impact them in a negative way at all. I think at the end of the day, you just gotta get over it. Big fuck you, and just go on and live your life, because half these people who are in your life right now probably won't even be here in the next 10 years. Know who your real friends are. Don't feel like you need to explain yourself to someone who doesn't even fucking matter to you. I'm taking the Salty Face freckle paint. It's so cute. But it's like the perfect color for freckles in my opinion. They just genuinely look like my real freckles. Sorry, that was really up close and personal. I'm so weird. I love putting things back in their container. I think I touched on this at the beginning. It's always easier to just give up and not do something. So you need a lot of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. If you're wondering what that means, intrinsic means that you have internal motivation, like you can motivate yourself to do anything on your own, whereas extrinsic, like to go to the gym, you might need a workout buddy. And then you'll be like, oh shit, I can't skip the gym because Jessica's gonna be there, you know? Huge thing is just recognizing how you are motivated and how you can use that to your advantage to progress in something that you want to do. I've just like ingrained YouTube and the gym and cooking into like my brain, made habits, and I'm a very habit/routine person. You know, that has its pros, it has its cons. Sorry, I use the ROM and Han All Brow Fixer, just a clear brow gel, and then I just go in with my Kosas Air Brow, and then I'll go in with my NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. Anyways, being a very routine person and just understanding that I'm like that. Obviously, there are days when I don't want to edit, I don't want to go to the gym, I don't want to cook, understanding that you might be burnt out. Being burnt out is quite normal. Learning about how you can kind of alleviate, understanding how I'm feeling, how my body's feeling, how my brain's feeling, and just accepting it for what it is. Picking a starting place and just going from there and running with it. You don't need to know everything in advance to start something, especially something like YouTube or exercising or cooking. And then my favorite mascara of all time is the ramen. It sounds like I'm saying ramen, like ramen noodles. It's their Volume Black mascara. Oh yeah, I never said, if you guys are new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single Friday. I usually do vlog content, but sometimes I'll do just like chatty sit down videos. I usually don't wear any eyeshadow because I do get eczema on my eyelids. I usually take the Essence eyeliner. This stuff slaps, it's so cheap, but it works so well. And then I recently got the Glossier, what is this? I think it's a Generation G lipstick in Fuzz, which I've been wanting for a while, but it's crazy how much this looks like my natural lip color. That's my bottom lip with it. The perfect my lips but better. This is the finished look. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching another video. Thank you to Magic Mind for sponsoring this video and just giving me that extra oomph to be more productive. If you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Stay motivated, say yes to things, and don't be afraid of failure because then you'll never start. Don't let other people's thoughts or opinions affect you. Bye. Love you.